Wolverine's origins have been retconned. We've established this. Now, this is an interesting one because it's a very Indigenous story, and I want you to wait and figure out if you can guess why they decided to retcon this plotline. In 1989, Silver Fox was Blackfoot. In 1992, the Blackfoot gave Wolverine his name and translated into a Métis word. Then, origins erased it. Marvel debuted Silver Fox as Blackfoot in 1989. Wild Frontier builds directly on that. The story plays out like a dream or vision, but the ending and the translation confirm it was real, and it ties directly to the Métis fur trade culture. This is actually Canadian history. There's another Blackfoot connection 3 years later in Wild Frontier. Logan rescued a young Blackfoot boy and takes him back to his tribe. They honor Logan by giving him the Blackfoot name, Skunk-Bear, or Wolverine. Then they translate it for him. The Canadians call this animal Carcajou, the Wolverine. At the time, Logan mistakes a tribal woman for Silver Fox in his recollections. The translation is key. Carcajou is the French-Canadian fur trade term, the exact word used in northern Alberta Métis communities across the Western Territories at the time. It's also the name of a specific region in Alberta that was habited by Métis people in modern-day Alberta. The whole story is framed like a dreamlike, hazy quality. But Logan's reaction, mistaking a woman in the tribe for Silver Fox, isn't confusion. It's a flicker of a genuine repressed memory breaking through his conditioned mind. He's not hallucinating, he's recognizing a truth. This connection is later validated in the present day when Logan returns to the cave and finds the skeletal remains of the insignia. It wasn't a dream, it was a historical reality. This all links back to the Blackfoot giving Wolverine his name and using a Métis trade term, a connection consistent with the indicators that Wolverine is Métis. Then they begin textbook whitewashing. Before that, the comics had been building this connection. Silver Fox in 89, the Blackfoot in 92, the translation to Carcajou, the bones in the cave, and many other examples across the comics. This wasn't just inconsistent storytelling, it was deliberate groundwork for a deeply Indigenous foundation. Wolverine wasn't merely coded Indigenous, his history was actively built within an Indigenous world from the beginning, and they whitewashed it. So I'll leave you with this question. They already had the receipts. Why retcon this backstory? Can you think of a reason why?